caring at all about anything. That's
Xanax goes well with a needle or crushed and snorted. That's
a good
usually
hit.
what's used.
usually, yeah, got a good hit. Then you have to take more and more because your body gets used to it. Walmart and the woman got some cough syrup. Did a self-checkout. Says, "Oh, you have to show proof of ID." Wait, I'm like, "Oh, come on." The lady comes up and says, "Oh, you have a cold." I'm like, "This is not funny." Ha ha ha. This is just.
I went in to buy a knife and they had to check and make sure that I was old enough to buy the knife.
Yeah.
A new butcher knife. Okay. I found your name on the hit list. Watch out for this guy. Would you like? Under this guy just bought a butcher knife.
He could be trouble.
Hey Ray, how are things? You did.
Numbers are lower in Montana. There's not a lot of cocaine around Montana.
No.
And there's some, but not a lot.
What do you think? First, right now, I heard meth is coming back. Is it fentanyl?
Well, it's, I would say it's a combination of meth
They
and
did?
fentanyl.
That's a little mix.
Yeah, fentanyl or meth is still very popular, but fentanyl is,
Take it over.
well, that's just because the cartels are selling more
Okay.
fentanyl here because they make more profit off of it.
Do you know when that happened?
Yeah.
What it entailed? Can you find that out? So apparently they got paid for it as well, huh? Okay. I'll be darned. So it didn't actually go through. It was a lease agreement. It wasn't actually a legislative act.
It's always something.
Okay.
It's not bad. It'll be something new.
Okay, no, that makes sense. It would be similar to what the Crow were trying to do, or the Hope family. Well, I'm sure it would be totally different, but it was a lease. It wasn't a Crow Revenue Act. No. Right. Okay. Well, the biggie is we're looking for a date. At what time that happened, when did it start, and when it ended. Well, because we need to see if that coincided with the lease that happened from. When did it? Well, did I tell you that there was a lease
I guess if you drank as
between
much medicine you need to try.
the Hope family and Sigma Peak from 2013 to 2015?
Yeah, I mean, it'll eventually start to cause liver failure, but.
And then the lease was terminated.
It's fairly messed up.
And so that's what, because that happened, I mean, why would they have terminated it? Yeah. Okay. I was looking on the website here, and it was, who do you work for? Oh, okay, okay. Because I was looking on the Northern Cheyenne Tribe. Oh, the tribal website, where the executive, legislative, and all of that.
And primarily Suboxone.
So that's why you didn't show up.
Reduces cravings for opioids. Where you see, but there's an incredible black market for it because it's used to treat opioid dependence.
Yeah.
What you
Exactly.
see is
You use that too.
Nope.
no, well, 'cause they can't get high.
How do you,
off
do you
of
get
it.
along?
Okay.
How
But
do you
if they're having
function
trouble
with
getting
the
their
juice
heroin or their fentanyl,
Right.
they will trade in that
You don't because you
Suboxone
don't have to or
to
don't want to.
alleviate the withdrawal symptoms from the opioid.
Got it.
And so very often you find fentanyl addicts or heroin addicts with a substantial stockpile of Suboxone.
To take care
And
of.
yeah, in case they're not able to get a hold of this
Oh,
stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah,
And
you-
so primarily my objective when I was dealing with people who were Suboxone addicts or fentanyl addicts was to get them arrested as often as possible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hang on to them very long.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually wanted to hang on to them for about 4 days
Mm-hmm.
because that's where they would go into withdrawal
Right.
and go through the worst of the withdrawal symptoms while they were in jail.
Oh, the hell.
Just making jail
Well,
that much
you know,
more
I know what
miserable.
his dad was
So
like.
that,
So his dad
you know,
was.
They
Oh,
would
God.
kind of realize that every time we use this stuff. We get
Oh boy,
caught.
you want to talk about it? He was a difficult man. That guy.
That's not in yet.
Um,
Cause and effect.
yeah.
How the hell?
Did it work?
How the hell?
Some people, nothing.
Well, he spent enough
Well,
money.
What it would primarily
wasted.
do is while they were DTing really hard and
Yeah,
not
I
let
can-
anything get out. And that's usually
Yeah.
when,
Oh, I'm sure.
you know, as soon as we'd see them start DTing really hard, that's when we.
But anyway, yeah.
About where they got it from.
No.
I'll let you be. You can
And,
do some more
you know,
research
well,
on
we'll
what
let you
exactly
know,
that would
you know,
be
we
great.
want this information.
Mm-hmm.
And they would become more pliable.
Yeah. Understood.
You know, I mean, the trick is figuring out that
Okay. Okay.
the way to motivate.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Al.
cooperation legally within the law. Well, they're DP, it's not my fault.
That's something they did to
It's
themselves.
something they did themselves.
They got caught and they don't have access to their drug of choice. Now it's
And then if you arrested, if you had a bunch of addicts in jail, no one was DTing. That's when you sent the drug buck in, because that meant somebody smuggled stuff in.
Oh. I guess that's hard to do, really, from Ohio.
Everybody has orifices.
Many.
I actually got a great video, where the highway patrol trooper stopped somebody and she'd just taken, I think it was probably fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was driving on the wrong side of the highway and
Mm-hmm.
driving all over the place, and they stopped her for being impaired.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the trooper's talking to her, and she was pretending in the back seat like she had the nods, and that's what we call it, because they'll be sitting there kind of like,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Right.
so the drug is knocking them out. And so then the trooper went back to look at something to do with her car, and she's kind of, listen, here go.
You're watching that?
Next thing you know, she's reaching into her bra, and she has like this huge bag of dope. And
Really?
she's trying to reach down in her pants, but she's wearing skin tight, skinny jeans. And I'm telling you, the expressions on her face were absolutely hilarious. She's like, trying to crammed with stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Gavin Newsom.
Well, so I guess she gets that one in, and she reaches in, she pulls out another bag of dope, but she can't fit it in. And so she ended up having to hide that one in her bra. And we caught her with the second bag,
Mm-hmm.
and the trooper was writing a report, just letting the video play in the background. She's typing, and she's like. So then we did a search of the jail and found the other stuff.
Oh, no.
But I don't know, it was a pretty entertaining video. That one made my top 10 list.
People are so dumb.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I've been watching these videos on YouTube and they're just hilarious. People are so dumb. Oh, I have a drunk and they're slurring their speech and they take the attention. And they keep asking the same questions over and over.
I had another case where we arrested this chick. I don't know how many times we arrested this chick, but I mean, it was a bunch. And so she's in the jail and she goes to the matron and says, you know, I've got a problem. I've got some bleeding. And the matron goes, well, what do you know? It's a feminine product. She goes, well, no. And the matron goes, well, what's the problem? She goes, oh, well, I
Did you get your well fixed?
stuffed something.
You get your well
The matron
fixed?
says, well, what? And you need to take it out and give it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so, as the joke goes, but this is legit, you know, she pulled out
Did you try it
used
again? See if-
spoon with residue on it, another used spoon with residue on it, a bag of dope, another bag of dope, an uncapped syringe.
I got thinking about it, sounded like you're
Really
pumping
I
the well
don't know
right.
anybody had that much room.
I don't know. You know, an uncapped syringe, and then as the joke goes, and then she
Many
pulled out.
showers.
She delivered, baby.
Remember
I guess
when,
I'll tell you.
Okay. You're kidding.
is it Vidic, you're trying to get? They came out to me and, I was all worried, you know, my well was all messed up.
I don't know either.
I just needed the
But
capacitor
so-
replaced.
That's insane.
That's all it needed.
I
But I wanna
I've
get
seen
dirty
so much
water.
Bizarre
Thank
stuff.
you very much.
I mean,
Yeah, you could write a book.
Beautiful.
Said he wasn't.
Then where do we send it?
Well, what I'm thinking of doing, I guess send it back
I'll
to
let you
you.
know.
Thank you very much.
It's a new growing now, 100 foot deeper.
It's only gonna be like a $20,000 issue. That's what I thought I was faced with. But I, you know, then I had that, there's a guy named Silverthorne or something out
Yeah.
of Lavina.
Good place to hide things, yeah.
And I called him, he couldn't be out there, and he said, don't have Vidic do it, I spent all my time fixing your mistakes. And they came out and fixed it. Vidic came out and fixed it, that's all I can say. And they came out the same day. Well, that's because I'm more important than you. Phil. I mean, you know, that's a no-brainer.
I'm sure OB-GYN has seen a lot of weird stuff happen.
At least in God's eyes, anyway.
At least.
All right, I've got it. Next, then, ugly mental picture now. Ugly mental picture.
Are you down with the EMD, is that what you promised? Okay, so I need
So
you to
did
fill
Justin
out
get up and happily?
this box right
He
here.
threw stuff at he threw feces at me.
Like a monkey, huh?
Kidding. That was inappropriate for me. No, he didn't, but I would have him, but I was up there with him.
did you swim in the hot spring?
Yeah, I did, that was really nice, you know what? I thought it would be hotter, you know, the hot one is still not super hot, but it's hot. But it was nice, but they're planning on taking that big outdoor pool and breaking it into a bunch of little pools.
Where'd you go?
Fairmont Hot Springs, and that didn't make any sense to me.
Well, then you can have different levels of heat in each one. The fun thing, and it used to be that you could go and you could pay to swim there. Now you have to be a guest to swim there.
Yeah.
Well, you can get a membership, they have a.
Yeah, for like $1,000 bucks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a swim
Well,
hole.
what the hell? I mean, that's cheap compared to what you make. I mean,
Yeah, that's the one. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't go out there enough in a year to use a $500 pass or a 700, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, what used to be fun was it would snow, right? Or it'd be right in the middle of a big snowstorm or something. It wouldn't be super cold, but it'd be snowing really hard. And to go out and lounge around and sit and relax in the outside pool
Yeah.
while it was snowing.
yeah, it actually started snowing when I left. But it was cold, the wind was blowing, and you could see the steam swirling. It was too cold to get out, you know. It was cool. It was really cool.
Getting,
You look relaxed.
it's getting back at me now.
Yeah. The one thing about
When's your
Fairmont
next
that's
one?
different than Chico is Chico
2 weeks
has
from
that
now.
hot spring aroma. Fairmont doesn't.
Interesting. Churchill Boxing Club.
Yeah.
Are you a member of
I
that?
can like white salt.
No, I got this from a dead guy.
But it has that.
Until the Boylan River got.
It sounds like the wrong question to be asking, isn't it?
down to Mammoth.
I don't wanna judge up any,
Cold, you
you know,
know,
bad memories, so.
moved back in the river,
No.
back into the.
It's interesting, Churchill Boxing, you know, I wonder if there, is that out of London or whatever?
No, I think it's in the. I don't remember. I got it in the state sale, or not in the state sale, but
When
my
does that
sister
happen?
knew this guy that died, and they were giving away a bunch of stuff.
I think it'd be a good thing to be bragging about, I'm a member of the Churchill Boxing Club.
No, not if you don't know how to box.
Rebuild the railroad.
Alan Churchill was a good guy here.
Down.
And he
Oh,
did box.
I thought it was referring to Winston
Motel we
Churchill.
managed.
It could be Winston.
Saw where
I think
it's
that's
flooded,
his
blew
son's
away that
one.
section road.
No, I'm in the
Amazing power.
Prime Minister of England.
Gardner
Oh,
lost
that
all their
one.
visitation for the summer. And
No, the only place I went to was a gym in Bozeman, but it wasn't
businesses
Churchill boxing.
were suffering.
I don't know, I'm apparently extremely ignorant on the subject.
Yes, I am too.
Well, then what the hell you wearing that sweatshirt for?
It's comfy.
It looks good, it's a
It's a good sweatshirt.
It's a good fashion statement,
Well,
alright.
at least two of you are coming on Monday to the class.
Oh, yeah, that's when
Is it Monday?
Which
Yeah.
class is it?
Pesticide,
The pesticide, what time is it?
8 to 5.
All day.
Well, they might have to
Yeah,
break out
we're
and
gonna have
talk
to break
to,
out.
We got Denny coming in at 1 o'clock
Danny, and we're probably gonna have a meeting with Headwaters Economics.
at the same.
Well, not, either before or after the 1 o'clock meeting. Might have to break out.
Well, I can't give you credits.
Yeah. There
I
you go.
actually can't.
Unless you would rather do that, I can do the other two, it's up to you guys.
They make it so you have to be there the full 8 hours,
Oh, yeah, of course.
So if
That's how they do it.
and I'm getting babysat, so.
Well, yeah, so if it threatens your certification, I mean, that would,
Yeah.
it'll be covered, but if you know, I do think you probably,
But I'm also,
Usually it comes down to December, I do it online.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be putting on another one in the fall. It's not gonna be a full initial training. It's just gonna be a 3 to 4 hour deal for 3 credits, and then
Yeah.
I'll do another one of those in the spring and fall next year. So I'm only gonna do the initial applicator training probably once every 2.5 years. So at the beginning of the cycle and at the middle of the cycle.
Right.
And then otherwise, if people wanna get their license, they can come in and take the exam. But for people that just wanna get recertification credits, it's a lot more convenient for them to just do a 3 credit,
You
3
only
to
need
4
what?
hour.
You
I
only
think
need
that's all I need.
need like
So
7
I'm gonna be
credits.
doing one of those in the fall.
Are you?
Yeah, so
How many credits you need for private?
6.
6. Oh,
Commercials, government
yeah.
is
Yeah,
12.
6.
Yeah,
I have
and
to have 12 for commercial.
yeah, I think I already have like
But I-
14 from training stuff. So
I'm not doing commercial anymore, so.
I'm sorry, did I miss something? That's with somebody.
No.
not really.
Okay.
But we just, I would say if you guys already have your licenses, then which I know you do, I'm gonna be doing that one in the fall and then the following spring and so
mine
on. And it's a lot more convenient to go to a 3 or 4 hour course than it is to
Mine
6
expires at the end of the year.
Well, if we have to, you can still go to Billings, cause they put them on a little bit more often. You
Right.
can go right, well, that division of extension service.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's online and everything else, but it's, I mean, we have actually a lot more people than I was expecting, so the people that already have a license, I've kind of been discouraging. But like, I'll put one on for you guys in the fall. This is for people that want to get their license.
Okay.
Okay.
New ones.
Sure, the new people.
Yeah.
We don't need to be with the new people.
No,
Yeah.
not a mix.
Well, we've had my cutoff day was the 16th, and we've had a lot of people calling afterwards, and
Of course.
we've got 30 people already signed up. So
Wow.
I'm kind of been telling people.
Well, that's pretty good.
I accepted a couple yesterday, and then I was like, all right, at 30, we're done. I don't want to pack any more people in that room, and
No, that's quite a few.
It's good that you have that many people interested, otherwise.
yeah, no, didn't know how many we were gonna get. I was thinking maybe 10, 15.
And this is for the weed.
The initial pesticide applicator training, but on Monday should be good. Got pretty much everything squared away, and had to go run around and get some books yesterday.
Mm.
Cause I'm legally required to have all the core manuals I need and all the addendums. I have to have enough for everybody, otherwise they can't be licensed if I don't give them one at the training,
Yeah.
or they don't have one at the training anyway, so. Yep, it's going good though. Got,
Have the first guy say, read this and pass it on.
well, yeah. So it was just, I wasn't expecting that many people, so I had to go get some more books.
Now you want to go to the Department of Ag and take the test.
Yeah, or they can come into me and take the test.
Yeah, for a commercial, I went to the Department of Ag.
Yeah, for a commercial you'd have to, yeah, go talk to Caitlin.
It didn't take me that tough at all.
No, it's not. It's not bad. So, that's what's going on. That's the main thing I've been focusing on since I got back, and had a lot of calls now that spring is kind of around, and people
Kinda.
asking me about just different replanting questions and things like that. A lot of stuff about grass that got tore
Yeah.
up or something on what they should be putting.
I want
back
to know
in.
what commercial crop I can plant that will lose me the least amount of money.
Yeah, lentils.
Lentils.
There you go.
I looked into lentils, but I gotta haul them a long way.
Yep.
That's my problem. I'd have to license my truck.
Well, how about bananas?
Well, you could do bananas. You could do bananas. You gotta buy a banana farm first, though.
Because, well, Cooley's have a banana.
Well, they do.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Reed has a banana farm.
Wow, I'm impressed.
We've yet to turn a profit, but we're working on it.
Takes time.
Yeah. So that's been definitely kicking up a lot. That's what I've been doing all morning. Just calling people back about
Yeah.
lease rates, custom farming rates, what should I plant, and insurance agents are starting to email me about, has winter wheat come out of dormancy yet? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. So, been getting busy for sure. And then I had a call today about some community stuff in Rygate.
Yeah.
I told him that I would help and answer questions I could, but I'm not gonna be driving projects for him, cause I don't have the time for it with 4-H and everything. He was just kinda asking about how much I'd like to be involved. It's kind of the community foundation type
Yeah.
deal in Rygate, and I was like, well, you know, if you guys have a project you're trying to get done and you have a question about something, you know, I have resources through the university
Yeah.
that I can get the questions to and stuff, but
Actual participation, not so much, huh?
yeah, I was not gonna promise that I was gonna go to all their meetings and run their projects and stuff, so I gave him my contact info and said I'd help out as much as I can, but.
While I'm thinking of it,
Yeah.
I have a lot of applications for the use of the fairgrounds
Oh, yeah?
that has to be approved by the fair board. So,
I've
You
got,
should look into
both
that.
of these two things need to be approved by the fair board,
Okay.
so that was also brought it up, cause that was another topic of
There needs to
conversation.
be a meeting with them.
and I need to know because I need to send whoever the applications.
There is one scheduled for the 22nd, but that's just the reoccurring schedule that's been on. I don't know if our fair board members are planning to attend.
So the
Well, just
22nd, they're
remind them,
supposed to be
I'll bet
on?
you they would.
Yeah, I believe Billy told me this morning, because I asked her about it this morning, that the next one on our schedule at the extension office was the 22nd, which
It's next Tuesday.
is a Tuesday, yep.
Tuesday.
Yeah, 'cause it'd be the fourth Tuesday is what we decided.
So I don't know who to send these applications to. don't have-
Dominique is the secretary
Okay.
officially.
Does Billy have her, Dominic,
Kovar?
Kovar?
I'll ask Billy when I get back, and if she does, I'll have her send it to you.
Yeah.
And I need to call them all anyway and confirm they're coming on the
Right,
22nd.
yeah. Tell them it's really important, cause you have things and there's, weddings, family reunions, graduation parties.
And
Yeah.
they need to have the update on the electrical that's being
Right.
upgraded down there as well.
Mhm.
And they wanna be able to use the burn campers. You know, it's like a 3-day family reunion and,
I know, there's a lot of stuff that,
We need to refund Jane Smith her money,
yeah.
cause she didn't get to use it all, at all. Which,
She came in and already did that, didn't she?
I'm thinking, did you guys sign a claim? It would be a claim,
who's that?
James Smith.
she rented the horse barn for
Oh.
a whole year. Which I said, I didn't know we'd rent it for a full year.
We don't really.
Yeah, because other people wanna use it too. She said it was only 4 days in the year she couldn't use it. Or she couldn't use it at all because, well, Eliza messed it all up.
I wouldn't give her money.
All the junk was in there yet. I went down and looked, and I can't see where you can ride a horse around in there, but what I know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a battle worth fighting, to be honest with you.
No.
I think it created a lot of overall.
Last time I talked to her, I said, we'll just refund you the money.
I told her that too, but I thought she came in and got it. And remember, you and I talked about it.
I know, but we had to, Cheryl, we didn't do a petty cash for Jane Smith. We,
It was only
No.
$200.
I know. I think we did a claim.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to look and see.
Well, I just thought of it again.
No, it might be in her court to come in, unless she's insisting us to send her a check, then we need to do a claim and.
Well, I thought I did because I remember looking up the account and everything.
Okay, so
Maybe
maybe
you
you
did.
put a claim in and it got signed Wednesday?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll look, make sure.
Well, I don't know. I've been working on the 4-H council and to a lesser degree, the rodeo committee,
Mm-hmm.
to, when they ask for money, have, I've talked about this before, but have a better plan,
Mhm,
or a full laid out
Yeah.
in writing plan.
mhm.
Wow, you're pushing.
We
Oh, yeah.
gotta,
It's like pulling teeth.
with the rodeo, the Ridge Riders, right? Is that
No,
who?
the rodeo
Okay,
committee.
okay. Do you know who
Um,
does the Ridge Riders?
There's a bunch of people in it. I don't know
What,
about.
Susie Goffin, you think? Like Billy said she thinks Susie Goffin. I don't know.
I don't think-
Northwestern Energy called and wanted to know a name for the Ridge Riders.
I don't know who the head of it is. I just know there's a couple different people in it.
They've got their own facility out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing something, they're putting something up there, Northwest Energy is, and
Mm.
supposed to call
If
me.
they're putting some up there, they should have contact info, right?
That's what, they just have the Ridge Riders, that's,
Ridge
they're trying to
Riders.
get
Somebody's
somebody,
signed off on it.
yeah.
So, because I've had this electrical problem for a while, and we've talked about it before.
Okay.
This is what got put on my desk when I basically first got here.
Is it extension?
It's 4-H, basically. It's from the
4-H.
fairgrounds, from the 4-H
Okay.
council. And they say they want this electrical stuff done, so through the fair board budget
Mm-hmm.
of capital improvements. And this is all I got on it.